This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a wellness consultant? Well, one may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Dinasjae Lachey with Universeaux Consulting. Dinasjae, how are you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
I am wonderful. Well, it is lovely to have you on today, and we are so excited to learn more about your business and a little bit more about you. So please start off by telling our listeners just a little bit more about your company.
Okay, well, my name is Dinasjae Lachey. My company is Universeaux Consulting, and we focus on healing women out of survival mode. And a lot of women wear multiple hats throughout society, and we forget that putting ourselves first is what drives everything else. So I'm just here as a reminder to all women that you come first through your self-leadership, and once you rebuild your self-trust, everything else aligns around you.
Wow, Dinasjae, I can tell this is really something you're passionate about, even just by how you talk about this. So, tell us a little bit more about your story. How did you originally get into this industry?
So last March, actually, I was laid off from my last corporate position, and I didn't know what caused it. And I was curious to find out. I started self-reflecting and seeing, if there was something that I could have done differently. And what I realized is that I was in survival mode most of my time at the company. And towards the end of my employment with the company, I stopped showing up for my team, for my manager, for myself, and I had no idea why. And so once I received the opportunity to rest and put myself first after my layoff, I realized that I was in survival mode. And it was a little too late for me to realize that after my layoff. And so I began self-reflecting and going inward to see what else can I do to get myself out of survival mode. So I took the steps. I put myself in a position that made me able to accommodate what I needed to service other women as well. And so once I realized what I needed, I felt that I would be a great person to motivate others to do the same.
So, Dinasjae, as a wellness consultant today, what is that number one misconception that you'd really like to put to rest for our listeners when it comes to your industry?
That's a really great question. So for me, what I've realized the number one misconception is that when people go on this self-development journey, they think that if they consume more information, they're going to get further with their self-development. And that's just not the case. In order for you to really thrive in who you are and begin this journey of self-leadership, you have to go inside. And so I'm not here to fluff you up and to give you more books to read. I'm here to let you know that everything that you need is already inside of you. You just have to do the digging to find it.
Wow. Now let's go ahead and switch gears to growth for a second. I can tell that's something you're definitely passionate about, but we do know that marketing is the heart of every business. So you said you wanted to help these women. What age ranges of women are you looking to help, and how are you currently attracting them on the online front?
So the age range that I'm currently working with is 24 to 35. High functioning, high achieving women who are used to having to do a little extra just to be seen, feeling like they have to prove themselves in their everyday lives, and who have already done a little bit of work to say, I'm not where I want to be, but I want to get further.
Wow. Now that is definitely so important. I think as women, we all need that community to empower each other. Dinasjae, let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought about having your own podcast for the business before?
I've never thought about the idea. I do. So for social media, I'm like always giving like short 30-second to 1 minute video clips of like how to regulate your nervous system, a lot of relatable things that women go through, being the strong one and other relatable topics. And I just explain to women, like, maybe you're feeling this way because of XYZ, and this is how you can correct that behavior. I've never thought about podcasts, although I know that's how you can reach a diverse range of women. So that actually might be a good fit.
Amazing. And today, what is that number one takeaway you would like these women to walk away with from learning about Universeaux Consulting?
What I want you to know is that we are not here to give you more fluff. We're not here to say more motivation is what you need. We're here to give you the real spill and say, sometimes you are the problem, and that's not ever a bad thing. Once you realize how much you are capable of growing and the capacity that you are able to hold, that's when you take control of your life. And self-leadership and rebuilding that self-trust and regulating that nervous system is something that will take women so much further than they've ever been.
And for these women who are really looking to make that change in their lives, where can they go to learn more about Universeaux Consulting and your services?
So you can check out my website, universeauxconsulting.com. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. My handle is the same on all social media, Dinasjae.
Well, Dinasjae, I really appreciate you being on the show today. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you so much, and I really appreciate you for having me.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfrisco.com. That's gnpfrisco.com. Or call 469-221-9345.